Hello everyone. So welcome you all to Ashok tutorials. So many of you have been asking me, that sir, can you please make some of the questions which may be asked during our B.Ed interview. So because of that, whatever like I feel might be asked. I'm not sure. I'm not saying that yes, this question will come. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like yes, of course, you can get ready or you can prepare this kind of questions. Whatever I will be talking about in this video. So first question, tell me something about yourself. Or the same question may be asked like, what is your name? Or introduce yourself. So what answers will you give? You will say that, well, my name is John Dewey and I have completed my SSLC from so and so school and higher secondary from so and so school, and I have completed my BSc from so and so school. And then after completing my BSc, I have come here to apply for B8. And also, uh, you know you can talk about, yes, and I also have got teaching experience of 3 years. So I was working as an assistant teacher in so and so school. And then you can also talk about your hobbies, like, and I also like to sing. I like singing, I like dancing, I like traveling, and I like cooking. So those things you can talk about, all right, along with your introduction. So how will you introduce yourself? You will tell your name, you will tell your academic background, you will tell your teaching experience or whatever experience you have. And after that, what you will do is that you will also inform them about your hobbies, because your hobbies also play a very important role. Your hobbies tell the teachers on the interviewer that how active individual you are. Those without hobbies are the lethargic people, right? So who will like to take them, right? Why do you want to become a teacher? So you have you have to give your answer in such a way that you know uh, it makes, or it convinces the interviewer. They feel happy that this is the reason you want to be a teacher. So you should be able to tell them like, I have a very strong passion for teaching, I love teaching, and I like to be in and around the young individuals or young children, because we teach them and at the same time we also get the opportunity to learn many things from them, right? And you can also say teaching is the profession in which we are leading the young minds. We can inculcate good habits in them, good morals in them, ethics in them, because this is the very basic foundation of the individuals who are going to become big personalities in the future. So if they are getting the best teachers in their initial stage of education, then I think it is going to be you know a very good thing for the students. So this is the reason. And also you can give some more, you can talk about some of your skills like, I am very good at communication, then I have a lot of patience, then I can empathize with the children, then I have a very good tolerating power, then I don't get angry easily, and I am very very lively and cheerful and active. And I just uh, and what reason I give is that, uh, like, I just give the reason that I want to be a teacher because I want to live my life once again. And how can I live my life once again? By becoming the teacher, because in those small children you will see yourself. You can reflect your own life when you were children, you were small, how you have been educated in the process of teaching and learning. So that thing you can discuss, all right? So the next question can be like, what are the skills you have which proves that you can be a good teacher one day? So you can say, sir, I am very good, I have a very good command over English language, or over any type of language, be it Hindi, be it Garo, English, Khasi. So any language I have very good command on it, and I have a very good communication skills. Then I have got certain certifications for moral education or value education. Then also, as I already told you, actually, this question, like you have a good empathy for the people, then you love to be in and around the young minds, then you are very patient, very kind, very humble, honest, and sincere with your work, right? So these are the reasons you can give. What do you mean by chalk and talk method, or what do you mean by lecture method? So you should be able to tell them that this is a process of teaching, all right? Chalk and talk method is a process of teaching in which the teacher uses the blackboard and a chalk, and he teaches the whole class. But when they will ask you again, so will you, or are you also going to use chalk and talk method? You have to be very smart in answering these questions. You have to say like, yes sir, I will be using chalk and talk method, but it does not mean that only that method will be my mode of education. Of course, chalk and talk method I can use, but along with it I will also use activity method, group discussions, brainstorming, and I will try to include the children as much as possible, because as uh, Leo Vygotsky said that children are the constructivist, right? Or we can say that we should let the children learn by themselves, and we should behave only as the facilitators, which means we should be only the helpers. The child, they already have the ideas, the schemas in their brain, right? They know, they also have got some knowledge in their mind, and they just need the helper, or they just need the facilitator who can help them in achieving what they want to achieve. So we should believe in learning by doing, which means when we are performing different activities, when we involve the children, when we are involving them in the classroom, when we are asking them to take part in the classroom activities or the lesson, then only they learn it in the best way. Because there is a saying which says that show me I forget, teach me I remember, and involve me I never forget. What's that? Teach me I forget, oh, show me I forget, yes, show me I forget, teach me I remember, and involve me I never forget. So this is what we have to practice, the last one, right? We have to involve the students as much as possible, right? Well, now if they ask you, suppose if the teachers, they ask you what do you mean by a lesson plan, so what are you going to say? So, a lesson plan is a teacher's detailed description of the course of instruction. What is that? It is a detailed description of a teacher's course of instructions, which means, if we talk in a simple language, it means that the lesson plan you know is a detailed description of what a teacher is going to do in the classroom. And a lesson plan consists of the aims, the objectives, the presentation, and the remedial teaching. And also it includes the number of students in the class, the time, the period, the chapter, the subtopic, the chapter name, and all those informations are contained in a lesson plan. It tells a teacher, it is a pre-plan, lesson plan is a pre-planned work which a teacher does, so that he knows when or at what time or when exactly he will finish his class. So a lesson plan can be prepared for a period of 30 minutes or a period of 45 minutes, as per the time given in each period in the school, right? So that is a lesson plan, right? Now, suppose if they are asking you, what is micro teaching? What do you mean by micro teaching? So, a micro teaching is a teaching practice, all right? Is a teaching technique. Micro teaching is a teaching technique where the teachers, they practice along with their peers in a controlled classroom, all right? So if, all right, you have not done, suppose some of you might have done DLN and all, so you will know what is micro teaching is, right? So micro teaching is a technique which a teacher uses while teaching their peers, or it is a it's a technique which is used in a controlled classroom with peers, which means suppose if I am doing micro teaching, there will be all my classmates will be sitting there in the classroom, all right, all my friends will be sitting in the classroom, and I will teach suppose a particular topic. Suppose I'm teaching about the states of matter, solid, liquid and gas. So I will be teaching, I will be writing, and all my friends, all my 40 friends, they will be behaving or acting like a student, like students they will behave, all right. So I will behave like a teacher and they will behave like students. They will ask me questions and I will also ask them questions. We will interact, but that is a controlled teaching or a controlled classroom, all right, which means it is already a pre-planned classroom where I will be given 5 to 10 to 15 minutes of time to teach what I want to teach, and feedbacks will be given by my peers or my friends who are sitting as students in my class, all right. And during micro teaching you have to use certain types of micro teaching skills. What are those? So some of the example I can give is explaining, all right. Explaining is a technique, then illustration with example is another, uh, illustration with example is another technique, then uh, skill of reinforcement is another technique. So there are different type of techniques which are called as micro teaching techniques, which you will be learning when you do your B.Ed, all right. So these things you have to prepare well. The teachers might also ask you, what do you understand by inclusive education? So, a teachers might ask you, what do you mean by inclusive education? So, inclusive, whenever we are using the word inclusive, you should understand that it has something to do with all right? So, inclusive education means education for all. So, education for all means all the children coming from different family background, financial background, they might be having different abilities, right? So all the students coming from different backgrounds making a diverse classroom is known as an inclusive education, all right, which means all will be treated equally with care, all right. Everybody will be treated equally in a diverse classroom or a inclusive education, which means specially abled child, the children who the physically challenged children will be there, then those children who are specially abled will be there, then the normal children will be there. So all different type, on the people coming from poor background, from illiterate background, so everybody will be there in a inclusive education, all right. So the next question they may ask you is, what do you mean by summative and formative evaluation? What is that? What do you mean by summative and formative evaluation? So a formative evaluation is a type of evaluation which is done during the course of the study, or during the course of you know the during the course of the activities, which means formative assessment is done throughout the curriculum or throughout the class or throughout the studies. So example can be a class test, right? A class test is an example of what? Of a formative assessment. And if you ask what is a summative assessment, summative assessment is a type of evaluation which is done at the end of the curriculum or at the end of the study. So your annual examination, your half yearly examinations, your semester examinations, all are the examples of summative evaluation, right? So you have to remember this. There are two types of evaluation. One is summative, another one is formative. So summative evaluation is done at the end of the curriculum, and formative evaluation is done during the course of the curriculum, all right. One questions which the teachers they asked me last time was that, how will you behave, or how will you deal with a naughty child in your classroom? So suppose there is a naughty child in your classroom, so how are you going to deal with? So first of all, you should know the qualities you should develop within yourself as teacher in order to develop with that, in order to deal with that particular child, all right. So you should be able to say like, I have to be patient, I have to be tolerant, and I have to build a good rapport with the child. I have to understand the child. I have to build a positive relationship. I should be able to build a trust, your mutual trust, a mutual trust with the child. and I should try to find out what went wrong with the child or why the child is behaving in such a way. I should try to talk to him or her. If not, if the condition prevails for a longer duration of time, then what I have to do is that I should talk to the principal, and side by side I have to talk with the parents and the guardian of the child, so that we can find a solution, and we can deal positively with that particular child. Well, there is another question, like suppose the interviewers will ask you, suppose I can see in your whatever documents you have submitted, I can see that you have also applied for masters. So suppose you get selected for B.Ed and you also get selected for masters, so which one will you choose and why? So you should give a smart answer, a convincing answer to the interviewers. You should be able to say, like, sir, I was not sure of B.Ed, so as a backup or anything, you can use a good word. I applied for masters also. So suppose if I get in B.Ed, definitely I will go for B.Ed. My first choice and my first priority is B.Ed. But if I am not by chance able to get through B.Ed, then of course I will continue with the masters. So to be on the safe side, to be honest, to be on the safe side, I have applied for both. You should be able to say in that manner. Don't you don't have to lie. Don't lie to the interviewers, because when you are lying, they can catch you. They will understand. They are teachers, great teachers. We cannot fool them, or we cannot lie to them. They understand. And your interview starts. Don't think that your interview starts only when the interviewers will ask you a question. Your interview starts the moment you knock the door and enter. The moment you knock the door, the interviewers look at you. The way you walk, the way you dress, the type of personality, the type of haircut, you know, everything they look at. And you have got points for everything: the way you dress up and go, the way you present yourself, the way you behave, the way you sit, the way you stand up, the way you put back the chair, the way you pull the chair, the way you walk back outside the door. So everything is counted, or everything is noticed or observed by the interviewers. So they are very smart, they are very very smart. So you also have to be smart and honest. So my dear friends, I would just like to tell you that you try to be honest. Don't lie. Don't try to confuse the interviewers. They I am a teacher, and you also will be a teacher one day once you complete your B.Ed course. So our teachers, our mentors, they also want a genuine teacher, a genuine candidate. So if you are not sure about your future, if you are not sure whether you really want to take up B.Ed or not, then it's going to create a problem for you. So that's why be very crystal clear with whatever you have in your mind. Whatever future plans you have, be very crystal clear with that. Don't try to fool the teachers. They are very smart, I'm telling you again and again. So be genuine, be honest, be sincere, and be frank. And don't hide anything. Talk to them very frankly, in a very friendly manner. Your words, your communication, everything should be very very pleasing. Pleasing. At the same time, it should be truthful. It should not be a lie. So this video I have made in order to give some very important basic questions which might be asked from you when you go for the interview. But if you want me to bring part 2 of this video, because see, I cannot cover everything in one video, right? There are lots of questions. This is not that I have given these 10 questions, so exactly these questions will come. Maybe all the 10 questions might come, or maybe not even a one question might come, or maybe 50% of these questions will come, or maybe one will come or two will come. We don't know, right? So that's why probable, I'm making the probable interview questions. So that's why I can make many videos for this interview series, right? So if you really want to know more and more about this, how the interviews will be or what type of questions may be asked during the interview, then you comment in the comment section and you inform me that, sir, please make a part 2 of this. Then definitely I will try to make part 2 for this particular video interview series. All right, but if you don't comment, I will take it as everything you have learned and you don't need any more videos and you don't need any more information on this. And I have made this video because I got many comments and I got many messages in Telegram, in Facebook, in Instagram, in YouTube that, sir, please make video on interview. Sir, how to crack the interview? So it is not possible for me to tell you over the call how to crack the interview. So this is the way I'm trying to make it clear that this is the way we should answer or we should give the interview. All right. So I know this is my first video, this kind of video, first video, so I don't know how it went. If it went well, if you want to see more, please comment in the comment section that please continue. All right, so I think this is all in this video. So thank you everyone for staying connected with Ashok Tutorials Meghalaya's first attempt channel, and wishing you all the best for your B.Ed interview. And yes, all the good blessings, all the good wishes are with you, and may God bless you. Thank you.